Hey everyone, so I did something kind of crazy. I decided to move to Asia to try and study and get into business school while becoming a full-time traveling UGC content creator. So my name is Ryan Anderson. I am solo traveling, backpacking, gay male who is in the process trying to get into business school. I post a lot of content on the internet, but I want to make YouTube a platform that I use the most, and so I am forcing myself to try and make YouTube videos more frequently as I try to learn how to speak on camera a bit more and more and more and more and deliver value to you, the viewer. I am attempting to get into an MBA program, multiple at the moment, and I figured what better way to go study for an MBA program than to study in Asia. I've never been to Asia before. I was kind of scared at what it would mean to come to Asia. Why am I preparing for the GMAT in Asia? 1, it's cheaper. 2, it kind of scared me. And 3, I get to travel and see a side of the world that I've never seen before. I'm learning so much about myself and the world, and I'm excited to share that with people on the internet. So, get ready? 1, 2, 3, transition! Now, I wanted to just talk about the uniqueness of my experience. The experience of being a gay backpacker. I am a gay backpacker who is traveling through Asia, and something I've learned through this experience is 1, there are not that many backpackers who are LGBTQ. I've noticed there are lesbians and bisexual women, but the amount of gay men is very, 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 very small. Apparently gay men don't backpack. It is kind of a unique thing I am doing, and I think that sets me even more apart. I didn't realize how few gay men actually backpack. Turns out gay men like to stay in hotels, resorts, travel with groups, or go to like the same places like Puerto Vallarta, Barcelona, specific islands and cities, and gay people kind of go to gay places. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it is funny experiencing so many non-LGBTQ men. You don't really see a lot of gay men backpacking, or at least in the way that I'm doing it. Most of the LGBTQ travel content that I have seen is mostly luxury travel, big cities, gay cities, luxury trips, curated experiences, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to budget travel and backpack, and it was an awakening experience to see that there aren't that many gay people who are backpacking. I mean, from my experience with my gay friends who do come to Asia relatively often, they mostly stay between different cities further north. They come to Bangkok, but a lot of them don't backpack. A lot of them come to Asia with suitcases, and I just find that to be really, really, really funny. Backpacking isn't about travel, it's about learning to be resourceful, independent, and a little uncomfortable. And I think it's important for us to show that queer people and gay people belong in more than just the spaces that are curated for us. We can do the rough and adventurous and outdoorsy and, you know, like slumming it kind of thing. It's not just straight people who go backpacking. I mean, I'm a trailblazer in this category. It's so funny to watch the amount of people here who like take photos and videos of me, because it happens all the time as some white person in a bunch of like local coffee shops and stuff, because I caught this 16-year-old Chinese girl taking a photo of me the other day, and they were like, "Oh my God, you look like Tom Holland!" Bah, 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 bah. And I was like, that's adorable. Why business school? I'm looking to make a career pivot. I'm looking to get into corporate consulting and or like strategy. I want to get access to the network that a business school allows you to do. And so I am currently working towards that. As you can see, there's a lot of traffic for me. Turns out there are a lot of people living in Vietnam. Had no idea what it would be like. I knew Vietnam would be a communist country, but seeing how much goes on here and how capitalistic it is, it's kind of crazy. I have spent the last few years traveling, creating content, working, and doing a variety of consulting projects, coming to Asia and leaving everything behind without anything else, no backup plan. I feel like I've finally found focus. Every day I have a purpose. I'm studying for the GMAT. I'm trying to get a certain score so that I can get into UF's round 3 or potentially Columbia's round 1 next cycle. So Ryan is in the process of figuring out what he has to do to get into both of those schools, from recommendation letters to getting the right score in the exam to relearning how to do quant and all this other stuff, which is actually a lot of fun. It really is the mindset that you go into stuff with, because you decide what is fun and what's not fun. Traveling has shaped me. It has helped me to understand the world and people, and giving me a very deep connection to understanding how different people live and experience life. I know what I know, and I'm very open to being challenged on my views and my beliefs. And so when I am constantly taught things that I don't know, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that. And I'm very open to changing my views and my beliefs when I'm presented with new information, because I know I live in a bubble. I live in a big city in the United States. And so that in itself is a bubble. I don't get out to rural America very much until I go home to Florida, in which I'm very rural America, golf country, swap country. It's a lot of fun. Hi. Why did I choose to study for the GMAT in Asia? 1, it is significantly cheaper to study here. 2, it kind of scared me. 3, it was a personal challenge for myself. I really wanted to experience what life was like in Asia, and I figured I would never have a 6-month period of my life again where I can just pack everything up with no obligations and go live on the other side of the world for about $1,000 to $1,500 a month. I think I'm setting myself apart by becoming as international as I am and getting this international perspective. I don't think many people pack everything up and go live on the other side of the world with no plan. I mean, I'm going to be safe. I have enough money to survive and whatever, and I can make money on the internet. I think this is something very unique that a lot of people don't do. I could have stayed in the US and studied from a coffee shop or a library or my apartment, but I wanted an environment that would challenge me, give me focus, and seeing how so many people who work so hard on the other side of the world live, it's actually really motivating. Sorry, there's so many bugs everywhere. They're not around me, but there's so many bugs everywhere. Currently in Hoi An, Vietnam. It is just an adventure over here. Being in Vietnam and Asia in general forces me to focus, be adaptable, and fully embrace my independence. I loved having a friend group in Chicago and being home with my parents when I went home to Florida for Christmas. I wanted to step outside of my comfort zone while keeping my costs down. And honestly, Vietnam is incredible. I think Vietnam, Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, and the Philippines are all amazing countries, and it's so cool to actually come to these countries and experience them. Now, I will say, traveling full-time while studying for the GMAT is a balance of fun, adventure, and studying. I have had a lot of fun in my life in Chicago and traveling throughout the United States, and so it is up to me to properly balance what I'm doing, which can be a lot at times, but it's a really good experience. It's cool to be responsible, and you're the only one responsible for yourself. There's no one coming to save you. It is up to me to figure everything out, whether that be me getting scammed or me, figuring out a situation or ordering food I don't like or meeting new people or meeting people I don't like. It's all a part of the journey. Combining business and travel in a unique way. I know most people don't think about backpacking as the ideal situation and environment to be studying for the GMAT, which is partially why I did it. I wanted to study for the GMAT, challenge myself and force myself to kind of figure it all out. But for me, it just made sense. It's cheaper, it challenges me. I love traveling, so being able to see another side of the world that I don't get to very often and I've never been to, I just think is the coolest experience. It forces me to be more disciplined in a way that I wouldn't be if I just stayed in one place. I am trying to stay in each city for 5 to 7 days so that I'm not and I'm not seeing everything that I need to see because I don't really care. I'm here to study and sometimes have fun. But having fun is a second priority to studying. A lot of backpackers are just in it for the fun, and a lot of business school applicants just follow a very standard curated path. I wanted to show that I'm unique in my adventure and kind of stand out a little bit. There's a lot of traffic. Vietnam's a big beeping country. People beep, 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 beep. Thailand, no beeping. Vietnam, beep, 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 beep. Yeah, it's like a thing. It's kind of funny. And a lot of business school applicants kind of follow a standard path, while a lot of backpackers follow this fun path. But I think I'm doing a mix of both on this adventure, and I think that's going to be what sets me a little bit apart from other people, as most people typically don't have the time to go and travel the world. I am learning about the world while actively working towards the next chapter in my life. And honestly, it's one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done. I'm now about a month in. I've been to Singapore, Bangkok, Phuket, all over Singapore, Vietnam, Hanoi, Hoi An, Da Nang, Ninh Binh, Cat Ba. Don't go to Cat Ba, by the way, it's terrible right now. Go in 2 years when all the resorts are done. I'm really enjoying this experience. Next section, embracing growth and uncertainty. I think a lot of people take risks only when they're fully prepared, but I've realized that if you wait until you're fully ready, you're never going to do it. I mean, I was constantly trying to get prepared and figure everything out before I came here. And at the end of the day, I probably didn't need to do most of what I did. I mean, getting the vaccines and stuff was important, but they have everything that I need here. I mean, outside of whey powder, creatine, hair powder, and some other stuff, but it's not the end of the world. Bring your prep if you're a gay man coming to Asia. Coming to Asia to study for the GMAT was scary. It wasn't the expected way to do it, and that made it feel kind of right to me. Growth happens in uncertainty, and I have been leaning into that more than I ever have, and I have been rewarded so much from that experience. But I do know that taking this unconventional route is teaching me more about myself, and I'm learning so much more about the world and other people that it does feel right, and I will continue on this path until I figure out what I'm doing with my life. Maybe I will come back to the States in August, maybe I will come back before that, maybe I won't come back till next year. I have 30-day visas minimum in every country, and I can go live in Europe for 90 days. Now, in summary, I'm embracing this journey, studying hard, growing as a person, and seeing Asia, a part of the world that I've never been to before. Today, after I'm done with this, I'm gonna go bike through some rice paddies. I'm learning more about the world, business, and myself while here. This journey is shaping me into the person that I want to be. I am learning about my character flaws, and I'm also able to kind of start addressing them as I'm meeting people constantly. New. It's funny, I have like an elevator pitch, I have like things that I just say, and it's funny recognizing what those are and realizing that I need to change up what I say. Because you don't realize how much you repeat yourself until you constantly meet other people and repeat yourself, and you're like, wow, actually, I'm saying a lot of the same thing. But thank you for checking out this video. I invite you to follow me along on my journey, subscribe to the channel, like or comment on this video, let me know your thoughts. Have you ever been backpacking? Are you gay? Do gay people backpack? Am I wrong about any of this? What are your thoughts on business school? Should I be studying for business school in Asia? I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, no, I really appreciate you checking out this video. This is another video that I'm making as a part of my self-growth and MBA journey. I'm trying to create a variety of content that's more focused on travel as I'm going to different places, and most people don't do that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. It's Ryan out. It's a movement started off all over the world. Cheers. Bye-bye.